Hello and good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends and newcomers alike. It has been 20-ish hours, so now it's time for us to go back into the world of the Banner Saga and play a little bit more of this delicious adventure game we have been playing. Just let me update my statuses on places, by which I mean post on Twitter that I'm playing the Banner Saga 2 right now, and then throw in a link for the for the stream. And also post it on the Discords, because the people on the Discords, they normally like to know what's happening and when it's happening. More Banner Saga 2 right now. And that's about it. I think that should do it. That possibly, hopefully, definitely should do it. But other than that, Sam, hello there. You say that young Sam is here. How are you all? Well, I think the stream has just begun, so people have not yet had time to show up. I mean, everybody who may or may not show up. So far it's only me and you, Sam, and Zach now. Hello there, Zach. Hello there, Sam. How are you guys doing today? Playing Banner Saga 2. Link to the to the Twitch. By the way, sorry. I still have my never-ending coughing fits. But anyway, how are the both of you guys doing today? Hopefully you're doing good, because today is gonna be a good day as we play more Banner Saga 2. Yesterday we played quite a bit of the Banner Saga 2. Made some progress, advanced. We passed through some caves. We made new friends with the Horseborn. I don't think they have a different name. It's just Horseborn, which are the Centaur people. And now we are playing with what's his face? Bulwark. He's going through some caves, and now he's come across Eyeless, one of the Sundr. Apparently not a very friendly Sundr, and that is gonna get tricky. Because I tried beating them yesterday, and as it happens, Sundr is a hard boss. I should not be taken lightly, but I did take it more or less lightly, and it came back to bite me in the butt. But now that I know how it works, now that I know how it works, I think we're gonna do good. And as you could see there in the load screen, my previous game with Rook. Actually, let's camp. Let me see if there's things I can change. My previous game I had played with Rook, and apparently I only got to finish this whole part here with Bulwark, and then I switched back to Rook, and I never got to play the game ever again. So I think that from now on everything that happens is completely new to me. So let's see how that goes. And Zach, you're doing fine. You almost cut yourself with a knife at class. Oh, that sounds dangerous. You have to be careful, because Not only is that dangerous, but you know, it's possibly unhealthy. Sam, you have a test today, and you're not happy about it because it's gonna be bad. Why do you say so? But overall, you're good. You're addicted to another poem, but this one is actually very old and very strange. Huh. How come you get addicted to poems? Do you mean you keep reciting them and talking about them until endlessly? Like when you get addicted to a music, or... Because I don't understand the whole addicted to a poem thing. And Zach says we were doing salads this time. Salads sound fun. Wait, the Volca says quietly, softly stepping forward. Something's wrong, listen. You feel more than hear a sound. Vibrations through through the cavern floor, perhaps. Get ready for anything, you say, and the ravens spread the word down the line, each fighter drawing their weapons. Volca, you're getting us out of this one, clear? She looks concerned, but before she responds, you see movement over the rise in the massive cavern. It's the silhouette of a dredge force with large shapes you have never before seen. And now I have to organize my party to fight this unseen force. And Zach said a lot of slicing to do. And yeah, when it comes to the salads, I agree, there is a lot of slicing to do. If I promote you, you get to choose a second ability. I guess I'm gonna do that. I have to promote somebody because, oh, I have just enough renown to promote you, so there goes. I fear you get to have a new ability. Commander grants one or more allies the speed of the north wind, allowing them to move to any unoccupied tile on the battlefield for one turn. Because it greatly adds to movement, the magic can also allow a hero to take a much longer route to a tile than would otherwise be possible. Oh, God damn it. So does that means... I don't know what that means. But anyway, it sounds interesting. Let's go with that. And I'm gonna throw some points into strength and another into exertion. Or armor. Thinking armor for right now. Cause you are too squishy, you die very fast. That is not good. Not in the least. And you could equip a trinket. Why don't you equip one? Oh yeah, we don't have any. Makes sense now. Let's go with this new formation. Bulwark, then Gudmundur, then Sigbjorn, then Folka, then Krummer, and lastly Zephyr. Yeah, kinda iffy, but let's go with that. And Sam, well, you just like seen them a lot of times. And Zach, you said you just made Caesar salad. Well, that sounds alright. I have also made plenty of salad in my lifetime. But I don't think I've ever come around to almost cutting myself when making salad. So that is slightly concerning, Sam. But nonetheless, it would seem like you got through it though. I mean, Zach. Although the salads that I've been making are pretty much just chopped tomatoes and sliced onions and some garlic, and every now and then also some carrots. And because I'm making, you know, I'm making dinner for two, I probably take my sweet delicious time making it. Whereas I imagine that you have to do these things very fast. Because you're not just making food for yourself, you're making food for a large group of people at very high speeds. Oh, there he is. She is, I know. There it is. And Zack says you're just learning how to slice quickly, okay? Don't judge it. Alright, I shan't. That monster, says Folka. She is the Sundr Eyeless and can raise the fallen. Destroy her. No, Bolver, you're not gonna do that. You're gonna attack this friend once again. Which will make this Sundr show up there. Just in time to whack on poor Krummer. Ah, you Factorino. So we could go straight to her and try and murderize the shit out of her. I'm not very sure that that strategy works very well. Because not only does she pack a gigantic punch, but I'm also leaving behind a lot of units, which will most certainly come back to haunt me in the future. See, I could have gone and attacked that one guy all the way down there, but instead there he is, Gunmother. Okay, Folka, there's very little else you can do, so you just stay there. Krummer, you are my hope because you can do a lot of armor break damage. Instead, there you are. Folka, you can repair armor. I wonder if repairing Krummer's armor is a good idea. How about we apply Breeze to Bolver? Make him a fast boy. So Bolver gets to walk all the way down, all the way there. I was expecting for a faster animation, but okay. I guess I'll allow this. As for abilities, we have nothing useful, so all you can do right now is attack as well. Use your might. Attack as hard as you can. Whoop. R.I.P. Gudmundur. Alright, I guess Gunnulf, you get to kill this guy here then. I mean, Sigbjorn. You're pretty much a copy-paste of Gunnulf nonetheless, so hence my confusion. Ah, there we go. But anyway, with the way you work your curse and your work goes, Sack, you are in a way trying to make a lot of salad very quickly, aren't you? Oh, RIP Cromer. Okay, what can I do then? Maybe I'll run down there and mend Focus's armor. Because I've always wondered about it. How it is and would be to be a cook like full time and do this literally for a living. You have to be pretty fast with how you cut your vegetables and how you cut your vegetables and how you also and how you separate them, how you serve them to people. There's a lot going on in the way of preparing meals and whatnot. Well, I really don't know after all what is the range of her of the med armor, I guess. I don't think it's the whole field, but maybe it is. I don't know. Okay, over you get to do a lot of bashing into this guy here. And you can do your spin twin again. Which forces the the evil within to come out. Ow. And you can use Ironic Gale to throw in some buffs into this area-ish. I don't know if they will definitely fall out of the... Oh, look at that. They're all outside of reach. So armor, willpower, and attack. Theoretically, Bolverk can go and get all of them. That's the thing though. Go for the buffs, which won't last for long. Maybe Folk can go and get them. Or finish off this guy here. Oh, I can use the Cold a Week to do normal strength damage. And then I get another turn, which allows me to do a lot of things. Because Bolverk is slightly OP sometimes. Did I win? What in the depths is happening? I think I win. I won. Eyeless is trying to bring the cave down on our heads, Zephyr screams. I can't stop her, but it... The Valk abruptly grows quiet and scans the people running for their lives. Just keep them all together, Nichols, she says. Does that mean she's gonna die or something? Oh, goddammit. Here, Valka Zephyr, the young mender says, helping an older woman to her feet nearby. Zephyr grabs Nichols and whispers to him. The young mender's eyes go wide, but he nods solemnly. He turns to you and says, I'm sorry if I was a nuisance. A large rock falls nearby and he stumbles away, back towards Eyeless. Nichols begins tracing a pattern in the air. There. You yell for everyone to keep moving, tossing those who stop to turn around. When you look back, Zephyr is standing behind Nichols, tracing an alternate pattern. The young man glows for only a moment, hair flipping as if a giant gust is blowing past him. Then he crumbles. Eyeless grow quiet in the distance. You watch the form of the Sundr shake and struggle to maintain its form. Then it fades, like snow blowing over a hilltop. A few more rocks tumble down and you grab the sagging Vulcan before she is crushed. Once you have met up with everyone else, you tally the numbers. The losses are not as bad as they could have been. I doubt that they ended here, Zephyr says. And there are many passages here which Eyeless knows all too well. She's been tracking us. We need to leave these caves immediately. You pause and say, What did you do? What you did with that Mender boy? Zephyr turns her head. We can't discuss Nichols' sacrifice another time. We must move. You give the command and no one hesitates to obey. So we're out of here. Some of our heroes are injured and need to rest in camp. Although don't say Bulwark. Oh, morale has declined. Sorrow and uncertainty swirls across the Valka's face until she finally stands still. What? You ask. Things have changed down here, she says. Rocks have shifted, rifts have opened. I doubt Eyeless did all of this, but regardless, I'm not entirely sure which path we take. Let's send scouts ahead in several directions. That ought to help. Scouts, you say, and the ravens near your group instantly. You send them ahead. They'll at least give us something to go on, you tell Zephyr. Bulwark, all around us, Falker shouts. You peer into the darkness and see something approaching which resembles a dredge, a morbidly warped dredge. A woman runs to grab her child, but the thing cleaves both of them with a strange weapon. The body is blackened and twists upon the ground. Don't fall to these flying beasts, you shout, charging into the enemy. Oh no, is it battle time again? Oh, damn it. Alright, I guess. So, Gudmundur, you're gonna be replaced by Akil. And Krummer can have 12 strength instead of 15. That is unideal. But that aside, you have the best stats out of everyone here. And we duplicated some items here. Look at that. So let's see how this goes. But in any case, oh no, what are these black dredge? Oh, come the feck on. Why is the game with Bulwark so gosh dang bugged? Every now and then it happens, these bugs where I can't change the positioning of anybody. and it sucks. Let me try and quitting the game and opening it again to see if that solves the bug. Because not being able to replace your units in the beginning of combat is like a severe disadvantage. Some of our heroes are injured and need to rest in camp. Blah 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 blah. I'm not entirely sure which path we should take. Then get us to the surface. Let's try something different this time. The Volca pauses, but I won't know where we'll appear, she says. We could wind up in Strand, you level with her look and says it's better than being lost down here. Bulwark, all around us, Volca shouts. You peer into the darkness and see something approaching which resembles a dredge, a morbidly warped dredge. A woman who runs to grab her child, but the thing cleaves both of them with a strange weapon. The body is black and twists upon the ground. Don't fall into this swinging beast, you shout, charging into the enemy. Let's try this again. Now with Ekil. There. Look, we actually did duplicate an item. Wow. So many bugs. Well, the bugs is still here. So I cannot replace my units, and I'll have to deal with that. Let's see how that goes. Ready? I'm not ready, but let's see. Let's see what we can do nonetheless. The warped stone guard is a depraved. He explodes upon death and creates a burn area. So bound drains willpower based on will difference. Strain damage is transferred to victim for 1 round. What? I did not understand what that meant. But anyway, that guy there gets the first turn, and Zephyr is extremely within range, so maybe let's relocate her. Over, you just get to do nothing. Well, that's almost all of her health. Who's that? That's Ekil. Ekil, you go there and do some armor damage. Sigbjorn, you can go in for the kill and do the same thing, more or less. Some armor damage. But he completely ignores you and goes for Volca instead. Oh no, he's using tentacles to do some weird shit. I wonder if I attack him, if it's gonna stop. Oh! Oh, is that so? Oh, that's awful. Apparently that transfers damage. Instead of him taking damage, now it's Bulwark who will take damage for that. Will is going to be lost to the warped dredge unless stunned, knocked back, or killed. Preparing to turn captured Will into extra strength. Also, there's more than one kind of that little shenanigan you can do. How weird. How weird indeed. And not only, you say you're the only boy here. Hello, welcome to the stream, Oni. But you're not the only boy. There's other boys in here too. Oh, okay, so that does transfers the damage from you to him. Okay, game, you fucked up. You didn't tell me about that. God damn it. Okay, how about some... Wow. Oh, armor break. Oh, and you have had a good range on that, true. Well then. Oh, luckily, Sibjorn did. This time your attack connected. RIP Krummer. Okay, Zephyr, she's already down. I forgot about all about that. Well, that certainly sucks. Over, you can first of all be very, very, very careful not to die. And coming here, why not? Echo. Be careful with this guy, he has a lot of strength. And he's gonna kill you. Little do you know. One thing I was thinking about is that RIP over. Playing Banner Saga feels like I'm narrating some sort of very deadly football match. Well then, that was a very poor decision. For my part, rather. Okay, so now you have no armor to speak of. Oh, come on with that already. Hey, Folka, you are the lucky one who made it to the end. Congratulations. Oh, look at that, everybody got injured. But anyway, Zach says that we're also here, and don't you say you're the only sad boy in here. Don't be a sad boy, Oni. Be a canine boy, Oni. But anyway, Wolf morning to you too, and how are you doing today? Moments pass while you calm yourself from the fight. What in the depths were those things, you ask, but no one answers. Volka is using her spear to sift through the glowing remains, her face strains to hide her fear. Look, she points to the edge of a torch light to the side of a path. Is a wounded red stone singer. You draw your axes, but Zephyr begins to hum. The stone singer responds. Those creatures were like nothing I've ever seen before. They look like some kind of dredge to me, so does this one. This one is a mender of sorts. You know, one of those slugs. I know quite a few, she says. Volka gasps and you find yourself growling, but Zephyr ignores the response. She makes a dull noise, almost a hum. The stone singer responds in kind. It says greetings and that he dreamed of you? All of the clansmen and fighters back away and whisper. She's talking to it, she's fine talking to it. Ask it what those things were, I guess. The Volka again makes some familiar sound like a skull trying to find the right tune, and the stone singer responds. He says they are a nightmare, then something about mercy, and he thanks you. Their language is difficult for me, but I can learn more from him once he is healed. Where do you plan to heal him? In a cart on our way to Manahar. Volka turns and stares at you. I want to hear more. Let's get him into a cart and cover him with all sorts of rubble we can find. This is a mistake. This isn't like you. We kill those things, not invite them into our camp, says Volka. You should Maiden walks off instead of saying anything else. Zephyr looks at you. I should get over it. Zephyr thanks you again as the stone singer is lifted into a cart. He hums something you cannot understand. I think we've made a new friend, but let's camp. Holy shit, let's camp. Because we need to rest. Because everybody is injured. Like, almost mortally injured. You know, everybody's okay. And only you ask, how can you be a happy dog boy if you know your tablet is breaking? Because you were also a prepared happy dog boy and you saved up some money to buy a replacement in case your current one broke. Isn't that so, I mean? The Volka stops to weave patterns with her spear. Whoa, music, calm down, I'm trying to read a thing here. The Volka stops to weave patterns with her spear. Moments later, she looks even more confused. I cannot determine which path we take now. Volka gets in her face. I'm usually the nice one, Volka, but with those things down there, I'm past nice. You let us down here. Get us out. A low rumble comes from a cart. The stone singer is saying something. His stone song has shown him the way. We'll soon be in our world again. Strange phrase, but there is nothing to do but follow her lead again. The smell of fresh air alerts the entire caravan to the cave exit ahead. You went too far in bringing that thing with us, Bolver, a raven shouts. We kill Dredge when we see them, not nurse them back to health. We're done with her bloody company. A good number of fighters and even clansmen from Bindo run for the exit without looking back. Volka says nothing, but her silence says everything. Well then. Everyone continues moving forward, the fear of the warped, twisted creatures fresh on their mind. You notice something strange about the light coming from the exit. It's not pure daylight. Keep going, the Volka shouts to everyone, and looks at you. Who knows what you expect north of the Worm-Scale Mountains now? What in the depths am I looking at, Volka? I don't know. Chapter 12, The Destined Day Shall Come. So Bolverk and company are roughly around there, while we are here in Lundar. By we, I mean, what's her face? Alette. It looks like everyone's almost ready to move out, Ivor says, walking her way. We're about as patched up as we can expect to be out here. If you have any other business to handle before we leave, now's the time. He tosses aside a whittled stick, and I doubt we'll get out of here without talking to that old man again. I think his name is Joser. Seems he's the temporary leader since the governor was killed. Alright, we have to talk to him, but there's also the horseborn people who kinda owe us some sort of explanation. So, what's up with you, my man? My horseman. Roak looks nervous as you approach. Why did you attack the other horseborn? His eyes dart around, and he repeats your words silently, slowly before preparing his response. Other like me, wrong. Friend, no. You look at Leaf to see if she understands, but she only shakes her head a bit. Fight. Friend, no. Other, wrong. You fought them because they're not your friends. Roak squints while studying Leaf's mouth moving. Friend, no. You choose your words carefully. Remember to talk slowly. If you're going to join us, you'll have to follow orders. He doesn't seem to understand your words, but your tone makes him step back a pace. You are not in trouble, but we are a herd, and Lat is our leader. The Leaf points through and speaks slowly. You follow orders from leader. You follow orders from leader. You cannot be sure how much Roak understands, but his jaw clenches and he stands straighter. He snorts and kicks up dirt with a hoof. He doesn't seem like that, does he? No, but he'll learn to appreciate it. I want to know about you and Deirdre. Deirdre, says Roak. He whips his tail and stands taller, prouder. Deirdre, mate. Me hers, hers mine. When food much, again, strong young for Deirdre and me. The Leaf looks at you with arched eyebrows. A confident man wanting to provide for a family. There's nothing attractive about that. There's something attractive about that. You smile and shrug before looking back at Roak. You choose your words carefully, remembering to talk slowly. I'm glad I had a chance to talk to you. Roak simply stares at you. Everyone feels awkward at the inability to communicate, so you smile at him. Thank you. Thank you. He taps a hoof to the ground a few times before trotting off. My best guess is there are different herds like our clans, but they don't really get along. Maybe this herd attacking Lundar was just a particular enemy. Maybe. She smiles and leaves you to your confusion. Thanks, Leaf. Mighty confused I am, indeed. So, I already forgot your name. What was it? Joser? Jossur? Joser? Is that your name? Oh, it is. So that's it. You're just gonna leave us to fend for ourselves, he says, before I even have a chance to say anything. You and your squirrel hat. You know we're heading to Arborang. I've been very clear about that. Well, what if those dredge return, or those flea-ridden horseborn? I'm not sure about the horseborn, but you can count on more dredge. But why? Why are they after Lundar? I really don't know. You mean they've been hounding you this whole way and you don't know what they want? What have they ever wanted? To take our land and kill our people, says Hakon. I'm not sure about that, Hakon. Why would they bring their women and children this time? A better question is, why are you roaming around with one of their bairns? one of them. You say nothing. Don't think you can hide something like a dredge baby amongst clansmen. The way I see it, you're a collector of people, Varl, Horseborn, Eldredge. I just hope the little creature doesn't bring any more of the adults our way. They're starving and desperate. Whatever the dredge fought for before, this is a different war. Hakon grumbles, but says nothing. Joser fidgets. Does that mean you'll take us with you? You think about what he's asking. Are you ready to seal your banner into ours? Wait a minute, girl. You may have charmed a few other towns into that banner, but this is Sundr. Fine, stay here. We're leaving. Well, hold on. Have you never heard of haggling? Fine, we'll seal it into yours. Great, then that's settled. Dresser, what can you tell us about the old wood? Is that where you're headed? With this many? When he sees you nod, he'll slip spurs and move from side to side. Well, strange things happen in that place. It's a place where people go missing or come back happier than ever. Is it dangerous? You're charging into a town and they're attacked by Horseborn and Dredge. I'm not sure what you consider dangerous. I guess that means we'll find out, says Ivan. You agree and call for everyone to move out. And now we're ready to leave and continue our little journey. However, now we have 203 more clansmen. Lots of people. Which we will have to take care of. Ta-da! But anyway, how are you guys doing so far? All of you there in the chat. And what do you mean your tablet is breaking only? Do you mean it's literally not answering anymore? It's not working? How bad is it? So hooray for Alette. She has a gigantic company going on with her. Lots of people, but also lots of heroes. Let's leave. Let's continue our trek into Let's go west. Oh, I just noticed the silhouette of the Horseborn in the foreground. Have I ever said that the art for this game is beautiful? Have I ever said that? Because if I haven't, the art for this game is beautiful. Scouts report subtle movements around you. We're being followed, studied maybe, she says. Can't tell how many, it's like they disappear if you look directly at them. Let me know when you actually see something or grab some fighters to join you in a patrol. You decide to take the offensive and gather some fighters. As the caravan continues forward, your small group makes several laps, checking rock outcroppings and clumps of trees. While you find nothing, you cannot shake the feeling the scout is right. Whispers from the clansmen grow in volume with every step towards the colorfully daunting old wood. Nothing but game trails in this place, Ivor says. For this many people, I don't like it. Looks agitated, nervous, glancing around. You notice the other Varl and even the Horseborn acting similarly. That places like this don't sit well with us, he says, watching you. No room to stand or swing, just another place I don't belong. Ivor's growing concern with feeling useless is somewhat puzzling, but you keep it to yourself. For all its majesty and storied past filled with legendary hunts, the dense foliage and spore-filled air of the old wood feels eerie. Well, it could be worse. It's those cragsmen, a scout cries out. That's who's tracking us. The woman is limping, a rough-hewn arrow jutting from her leg. Horns blow from the front and back of the caravan, 2 attacks at once. Hakon's Shieldmaster Moger overhears this and says, Wolves of the North hunt like this. You just pull in and protect all sides until they make a mistake. Then you make it costly for them, he shrugged. You move a bit slower though. You decide what to do. So we can slow down and tighten the caravan ranks. We can focus on the attackers in front, attackers behind, or send fighters to both ends and repel the attacks. All those ideas sounds very dangerous, but I don't know. Let's just slow down and tighten the caravan ranks. That's what Moger suggested anyway. It's a game of patience now, Devarl says. If they stick with us, they'll expose themselves and we'll hit him hard. And Oni, you say attack my rear flank, Doug. I will do no such thing, Oni. Oh, look at that, we're arriving in a lovely city. Actingbecker. I don't know. You notice the colored specks in the air are especially thick in this area when the caravan ahead of you suddenly stops. They're watching a man who is staring at a flower and crying. It is just so perfect, it says. I paint and carve runes, but this flower is what I've waited for my whole life. The spectators are now nodding with tears in their eyes. You're not sure what to do. Let's inspect the flower, I guess. You move forward and see that the flower looks more like a plain red and yellow shrub. As you near it, it shakes subtly, putting out a small cloud of spores in the air. You start to see the true beauty of the plant as other clansmen crowd around. The tree behind you reaches down and politely takes your cloak. You smile as a tiny bird teaches you how to couch to green. Furs are on the ground and you nestle in them to sleep. Wake up, Ivor says. He's holding his head and squinting to block out the sunlight. Your head hurts, true, along with your body which is sprawled across rocks. We have been robbed, Devarl says, and no one was awake to see who it was. Well then, those freaking birds. A sudden grumble underfoot is strong enough to make you grab the side of a cart for balance. After it ends, you notice a young girl crying when her brother puts an arm around her. That's just the way it is around here, he says. Nothing to cry about. Adleaf looks concerned. I'm not sure if that's the right attitude or not, she says. It keeps them from worrying all the time, but it keeps them from being cautious too. What is the point in caution? Ivor says. Look around. If it is that massive serpent causing these quakes, it could be an arrow's range away and we'd never know it for all these trees. His words do little to quash the acrid dread in your gut. Whoa. Hold on, Banner Saga writers. I know you're going for length here, so those words you were using are kinda complicated to speak in a row. It's kinda hard to narrate this game, I'll tell you that much. And Zack said that it's too late for the rare attack. Too late it is indeed. The faint smell of smoke goes unnoticed by many except you and a few others, including the horseborn. It's coming from the south, Ivor says. Actingbecker. If the map is right, it'll take us some time to get there. Roek and Deirdre are unleashing strings of angry sounds and pointing to hoof prints leading south through the woods. Clansmen watch them with concern. You consider what to do. We can't save everyone. What are the Horseborn doing? Or let's see if we can help. What are the Horseborn doing? Roek turned his back to you. Deirdre struggles to understand your word, finally saying destroy. Your look of confusion brings his attack over. This herd, he points at the hoof prints. Enemy. Roek hates Trigekantai. You cannot understand the last word he said, or the sound afterwards. Mean leader who wants things, all things, ruined, burned, almost kill Roek, then meeting you. You consider what to do. Let's see if we can help. While she doesn't understand the word, your movement towards the village prompts Deirdre to move forwards quickly. Only Roek is able to slow her and keep her near the caravan. Your arrival through the smoke is unexpected by the hoofed pillagers. Some unite to hold you off, while others, smeared in blue war paint, flee in the surrounding woods. And guess what? It's battle time. So I'm guessing that both Roek, Deirdre, and Skatak are required in this battle. So let's go with Ivor, Alette, and also, last but not least, who else? Hakon. Sure, why not? We have 3 break, 2 break, 3 break, 3 break, 2 break, 2 break. Everybody here has very little break numbers. Grease is the one who has the biggest break out of all of them. So if I really want to do some shield, some armor breaking, maybe Hakon's not the best one for it. Mulgar can also get you 4 break. I mean Mulgar. Anyway, let's get ready for battle once again. But anyway, I feel like earlier today I said welcome to Monday stream or something, but just now I realized it's not Monday. What the hell am I saying? It's Tuesday. Welcome to this lovely early, come on game, early Tuesday morning stream. Okay, fuck it. I can't change my thing, so this will have to do. This formation we currently have. Not ready in the least, but let's see how this goes. Wreck get there, but not too close though. Don't you have a spear? No, you're not a spear. Spear wielding horseman. That one is a spear wielding horseman. Okay, Ivor, time for you to spin to win. Can you reach anybody? Yes, you can. Look at that. And Krummer. I mean, Hakon, same thing, get up there. And do some delicious damage to them. Or get back here and do some damage to that one instead. You have 8 of health, so Hakon, you can kill that one little noggin in a single hit. You did a double. Oh, come on, reinforcements. Are you fucking kidding with me? All game. Sometimes I worry. Sometimes I worry very much. About what do you think is fair and what do you think is completely okay to be doing to me. Because just a heads up, throwing random new units at me does not feel fair at all. Okay, Ivor, time for you to spin twin again. Oh damn. RP Hakon. I still don't know what the lucky shot does. Which worries me very, very, very deeply. Because I would like to know what it does. I feel like this guy here is the leader. I mean, of course they are, but I feel like I need to defeat the leader to stop the reinforcements from coming on, maybe make more progress with the whole thing. Getting there and trampled this direction. You can stay there, sure, why not? Why move? Aha! And now I can kill you. I got renown and a gold bridle. And the battle is over. And Oni says backstab me like in Borg Souls. And Zack is a lucky shot. This talent increases your hit chance. This applies only when your strength is considerably lower than the enemy armor, according to the forums. Well then. So while that's good-ish, it's not particularly interesting of a skill to have. Well then. While the marauding horseborn defeated the Varl and clansmen quickly doused the fires around the village. We can never repay you, the village leader states, but we will spread word of what you did here today across the woods and hill. Thank you. The governor looks at you from a distance and nods once. Oh, that fucker. Okay, now we have great morale, everybody's rested and here to go. We can keep going. Let's go. Ruga doesn't care. And Zach, you say you sent a link to the Banner Saga article that explains the lucky shot. Oh, thank you for that link. I'll check it up later. A group of 24 humans, thin and dirty, step off the rough path to let the caravan pass. Please, a young girl says. Anything to eat. Her mother, eyes averted, pulls the girl by the arm to silence her. Why are you all out here? Homes were burned, a man says, coughing. Cowards didn't even show a banner. Now we're just trying to get somewhere safe to start over. I guess you can join us if you'd like. Worried glances are exchanged among the group until a man says, better than us starving out here on our own. They all tend to agree and thank you, joining the rear of the caravan. We got 24 clansmen. And also, Oni, thanks for that delicious host. That we're not alerted, but the good boy bot said you hosted, so I'm gonna believe what the good boy bot said. You duck under more branches and suddenly find yourself in the clearing of a proper village. The few people you see tend to scatter as you approach and only the water and birds make any noise. Finally, a man approaches in a robe so badly torn it borders on embarrassing. His arms are covered in scratches which are freely bleeding. Welcome, friends. We don't get many visitors here, but welcome, welcome. Is everything alright here? Yes, everything is fine. An awkward silence hangs in the air. Fine, I'll say it. You look like you fought a bear and lost. Oh, do you normally suit those who offer you a place to rest? He didn't mean to be rude, but your clothes are torn and you're bleeding. Daily chores, the woods keep us busy and are unforgiving if you're not paying attention. So it was a beast. Brambles, says the peasant. Ivor gives you a skeptical look, but says nothing. Please make yourselves at home. Make yourselves at home. Have good food and strong drink, enough for everyone. This guy isn't animated. His eyes are not moving. Neither is his hair. Everybody has some sort of animation going on. This guy has nothing. But he also doesn't have a name. His name is Peasant. The man begins walking away. Wait, what is your name? Says a lad. Smiles again. We have no names here. We simply are. With that, he shuffles away around the building. Well, that allows us another day to rest and recover some morale. Try as you might, you cannot sleep. Is it the sounds of the old wood? You sit up and find an older woman peering in through the window of your room. She begins crawling loudly like a crow before disappearing. She begins cawing loudly like a crow before disappearing. So I can't rest. Let's go to the market then. One renown will get me chew supply. Which I wonder if it's worth it. If I shouldn't be using my renown to level up my heroes. Like I can promote Ivor. Look at that. To promote him, it improves his ability. Tempest is now rank 2. And I get to... I can either upgrade his willpower or get one of these delicious little traits. But because I already have an item rank 2, if I use these, if I upgrade this skill here, it goes to rank 3 or 4. So there's Titan Straps, which gives him a 35% chance to regenerate 1 armor per turn. Which sounds delicious. I will not lie. Chance to avoid strength attacks. Chance to cause puncture. Chance to avoid armor attack. This is fun because there's a chance to avoid any killing blow. Alongside other things. Let's give him a chance to dodge, like 10% chance to dodge. All of these little things here they sound so good in theory, but what in the world even is 20%, 15% chances? It's so incredibly small. That it might as well not even be there. Let's go with dodge. 10% chance of avoiding a straight attack. Let's promote Ivor again. Give him more dodge. Oh, I can only give him up to 3 points in dodge. Apparently. And chance to deflect armor attacks. And with 21 points I can get him to level 10. Then he will be my only level 10 character. But I wonder if it's worth it. Oh, it's worth all just to use that little item there. So maybe let's do it. Get Ivor to level 10. So now he has 15% chance to avoid armor attacks and 15% chance to avoid strength attacks. And then we can change his trinket for this one, which gives +3 to all talents. So this talent here, which was 15%, now is 30%. Same with this one's 30%. Plus all the other talents. It has now rank +3 in all of them. Except for willpower, because I never got willpower to the maximum. But anyway, now he has a nice chance of doing good things. Although all my renown went into leveling up Ivor. So I hope to dog it was good. Extra will plus true strength. So I wonder if I should try and keep resting in this city or if I should just leave. Falling in and out of sleep, you think you hear growls, perhaps metal and stone. When you finally pry your eyes open, a leaf is shaking you. We need to leave this place. The villagers are gone and some of our clansmen are dead. Outside you see the bodies of the dead positioned in a circle and hear the weeping of a few families. Everyone is on guard as the dead are properly burned and immediately ready to move afterwards. What? 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 What in the fact even was up with that little village place? Let's camp outside that little village and rest away from there. Because we need to recover our morale. And Zach can say lucky shot basically makes it that you hit the enemy more if your strength is lower than enemy armor. Because indeed, for every point of armor the enemy has that is higher than your strength, each point they have gives them 10% chance of deflecting the attack. But the lucky shot, it gives you back some percentage to hit the target nonetheless. So it helps. It does help indeed with hitting targets that are hard to hit. The caravan comes to a halt. In front of you stands a single cragsman. We've watched you. You figured that, right? It says. Every clansman was wide-eyed and looking around for an attack. Well done, the cragsman said. You listen to your scouts and know how to defend yourself. He claps a few times. A good number of fighters are with me. We'd like to join you, right? Wherever you're going, it's better than returning home for us. You're welcome to join, but there's better be no trouble, and if I say no. Sure, join in. We're a rough crowd, right? But we'll keep our distance, he says before whistling. Cragsmen appear all around you, each carrying food and weapons. They nod to you as they fall in line. We got 100 fighters and 40 supplies. Well then. Maybe I'm too good. I'm just like, sure. The more friends the merrier. The previous strange village has everyone on edge. Frequently backward glances to see if the caravan is being followed results in a lack of attention to what is ahead. A brief rustle of leaves and the sound of saplings cracking are the only warning before bears on their cragsman masters attack. Well then. So let's get Eric in there because apparently Eric can tame bears. It's a thing he can do. And other people there who will not only keep him Eric out of harm's way, like deep harm's way, but also people who know how to handle themselves in battle, such as who? Skatak, just because, and Ivan because he can repair armor. So first goes Ivan, then Aled, then Hakon, then Eric, finally. Then Skatak, then Ivan. Let's get ready for battle. Battle indeed. But what is a battle if not a mere conflict of interest between man and other man? Oh, the same bug still applies. So apparently from now on I will not be able to reposition my units because of the little nuisance simply known as debug. Let's hope it goes alright though. Ready, I am not, but let's get to it. So with Ivor, I feel like I'm just gonna try and move here. so he's best positioned. Let, you can't hit anybody, no matter where you position yourself this turn, so you just stay there in the back. Oh, you set up a trap, didn't you? Oh, lovely. There it is. And Eric, you getting there, but don't getting there too much, just enough. Because ideally we're going to try and not kill the bear. Let's hurt it, that's so it doesn't hurt us back, but let's try not to kill it. We need it alive. And Ivan, do what you do best and man the Ivy's armor. There we go. So it's almost like he never suffered any damage at all to begin with. Oh, you fecker. Don't kill Eric. Ever you can use your Tempest to damage the bear and this cragsman here, but not attack. Oh, these cragsmen, they just keep running past all of my units. Oh, these little wankers. Maybe Hakon, you get in there. Make sure that these archers are extremely well pounded. Now look at that. Because my strength is 8 and she has 9 armor, there's a 10% chance less of me for me to hit. So this is not a guaranteed hit. And she deflected that. So the attack simply did not connect. Oh, come the fuck on. Stop hitting Eric. Eric, what is your... Oh gosh. Your special ability is useless. So all you can do is do your best not to die. Okay, this attack, your trample is 4 tiles away. So you can move 1, 2, 3, 4. You can move all the way up back there before you use your trample to do a lot of damage to this guy. Well, not enough to kill him, but a lot of damage nonetheless. Please don't kill Eric. Okay, it's Ivan's turn. Ivan, you can also mend Hakon's armor. That is useful too. Either you can deal some damage to this bear so it doesn't become that big a nuisance. Sure, attack the bear. So he will take out of this 12. Okay, he'll take 3 damage and then 6. 5, 4. Okay, we'll be left with 4 points of health. Okay, that's enough. Oh, come the motherfucker. Here I am, trying my best, my damnedest, to make sure Eric doesn't die in battle, that's so I can tame the bear. But now, guess what? Eric is dead, so fuck it. You're all going down. Can you use your trample in this direction? No, you cannot, because you can stop behind her. Oh, why are you not in a better positioned group? Oh. Can hit you. Can hit you with arc lightning, or else really bad thing will happen to a left. Aha! Ivan's lucky talent triggered. He escaped. He dodged that little armor attack they tried to use on him. Village time. Okay, battle-wise, I don't care. All I want to know now is what is up with Eyvind and Juno. Because according to what happened before, we were led to believe that Juno is a huge traitor to the Valka Order, and that Eyvind, well, she was put to death for unknown reasons. Nobody told us the reasons, and she was put to death. And Eyvind, who was her apprentice, was imprisoned. But then he escaped prison and grabbed Jonas' body and ran away. Dog knows what their plan was, but that's what happened. So I'm really curious to learn what happened with I'm really curious to know what happened with them. I mean, to learn more about their story. Because I keep thinking, maybe they're the villains after all. A wounded cragsman pushes himself back against the base of a tree, looking like a cornered beast as you approach. We was just trying to feed yourselves, it says. Bogs are all cracked and drained. Man can't find a new place to live without. He lunges for you with a crude blade, but the leaf pierces him with an arrow, and Ivor finishes him with a quick swing of his axe. You thank them, and everyone moves on. As if the guy never happened to begin with. Oh, that poor...
Geirröður's Godstone is in the shadows ahead. His guidance would be a welcome gift.
Okay, heavily accented lad. Whatever you say. And Dagger says right, seems interesting. Also, hello there, Tiger. Welcome to the stream. But yes, I wonder, what is their story? Cause if the Volca Order says that they are traitors, are they the real villains after all? Do they have anything to do with the serpent being out and killing everything and everyone and breaking the world apart? What do they know? What are they not telling us? What's up with them? Oh, look at this delicious godstone. The site of how do you even pronounce that? Geyhadr's. The site of Geyhadr's godstone in the center of the old woods surprised almost everyone. The Eastway Road surely minimized these godstone's visitors, allowing lichens and ivies to encase it. Still, the surrounding area appears accommodating, except for the rather new and impassable rift in the ground just beyond the stone, and already your clansmen are slowing off their packs. You consider what to do. Clear away some ivy and inspect the stone. Known as the god of wise counsel and direction, Geyhadr is accredited with all types of discoveries and good decisions. As you pull away large strands of ivy, Elio reads aloud the detail inscribed. A young man came here 8 times in the 8 days seeking counsel on the matter of a young woman who had pricked his heart. On the 8th of these days, when the young man's voice had become hard with the weight of his unanswered prayers, Geyhadr cried aloud, saying to him, "She's not at my stone, fool boy." What? She is not at my stone, fool boy. She lives where you live, sleeps where you sleep. She cannot love a man who is not there. Ah. So pretty much Geyhadr, he just got pissed off and said, "Feck off. Stop telling me how much you like her. Go tell her how much you like her. You fool piece of garbo." As you think about the story, you discover a small nook in the stone. Inside is a lock of red hair tied with sewn cloth. I got the Brennan's lock. The clansmen go about their rituals with the godson and are soon ready to move on, but up ahead others have decided to make camp. Just stay full on y'all, but look forward to some rest. And I got some renown because I got an achievement. Geyhadr. I'm just wondering now, because we're gonna be playing the Banner Saga 3 after we finish Banner Saga 2, and I'm just thinking, how crazy complicated are the names in that one gonna be? Let's rest. Before you settle down to rest, Ivan beckons to you. Have you memorized the basic threads of mending yet? I think so. It's hard to find time to practice, though. It feels like someone's always needs something. The mender nods, but watches you silently. Are you going to show me more? Part of weaving is knowing what pattern you're looking to create before you even begin. Right. So I want to mend a wound like you did with Ivar's arm. The mender smiles. Ah. And I want to use your bow to fire an arrow through a line of enemies. Yeah, but that took me years to... Oh, I get it. I get it. We'll start small. I'll show you a pattern so tiny it will feel like you're doing nothing, but it's the foundation of many great woven spells. Ivan's instructions are easy to follow, but tough to repeat accurately more than twice in a row. You're getting it. You just need to relax and... A violent rumble in the ground silences him. His face grows concerned. Juno! He bolts through the shaking woods faster than you imagined he could move. And he's off. Who them? Oh no, more cutscene. I've been here before, but not like this, says Juno. Say, kid, hesta, says the snake. An ancient tongue, I know the language. How is it you remain alive inside me, while inside me? I'm no longer sure I can die. Troublesome. You have been hunting me, says Juno. Such arrogance. I consume what part of this world I can, but your use of a power that is rightfully mine is no longer tolerable. A memory enters your mind. You've spoken with this serpent once before. You should not be here so nothing is yours. I haven't used any power. So swallow me, question mark, or... and how can I give it back? Not sure if I want to give it back because, you know, this snake is trying to destroy the world. You should not be here, so nothing is yours. False. I am created by a god, to become a god. It is you who should no longer be here. A mistake was made, but this is not your time. This is my only time, because of you. Everything shakes violently as I take a sip of my coffee. Have I become so pathetic I cannot even consume you? Says the serpent. Why must you consume me? I know of no other way. Everything I seek is just behind your thin shell of flesh, yet something keeps me from it. And if I kept you from it long enough, would you starve? Bringing gods back to life would be easier. You must have a weakness. And so must you. The others with me will find a way to stop you, says Juno. The space shudders again as I take another sip of my coffee. As Zaki said, both what the H, probably, and also exclamation Discord and then the link to Eric. I don't think you need to keep doing the exclamation Discord to send links. But anyway, you said that Eric has an ability named Call Bear. Colbert, with a gesture, Eric calls out a trained bear called to fight by his side, spine, blah blah blah, and follow loyal Eric's command. Note Colbert ability is unlocked only if A. The Skogar caravan walks into the Cragsman's cemetery in chapter 10, B. Follow Eric's plan, and C. Executes it. You only get one chance at this. A special active ability is used to capture the bear, executable only when under specific circumstances. Someone like Sundr Arrow. So he does not have the Skull Bear because I didn't get it back then, so I guess I'm not gonna be able to get it anymore. Anyway, the space shudders again, haha. The others, could they be your end as well? But you can't control them all. You blink and the serpent catches your hesitation as the shape of Bulwark shows up. So there is one you cannot control. He would be my salvation, but... Another shudder. as I take a last sip of my coffee. My delicious cold coffee. I feel it too. We are both dying, says Juno. No satisfaction in mutual destruction. Impatient has undone me. Frustrating to learn a solution too late. The space shakes horribly one last time. Too bad I don't have coffee to drink. So we'll just keep going. Vanek desin Chaku, says Juno. I guess. The serpent hisses just before flashing light. A terrible pang rips through you both. The two of you shriek simultaneously and your vision dims. However, we decided not to use much better wording for some things. What happened? Hush, Juno, you're safe now. I'll now always keep you safe. Ivan, how did you do this? Save your questions, we should get away from here. Says Ever. I would really just open up a gigantic snake and rescue Juno from inside it. Really. Sure thing then, game. If you say so. Ah, there it is. Ugh. Several humans and a few Varl wander out of the old wood to rejoin. Almost all look dazed, moving by route rather than purpose. Not much different from you and the scant few left of the caravan. Ivor pulls you aside. Let's talk. This is the weakest I've ever felt, Alat. We've lost so many. I feel the same way. I couldn't do a damn thing to help, says Ivor. You've never seen the Varl like this. We all scatter like roaches. I don't know if all the one missings are dead or just lost. I can't tell if we were chasing that serpent or trying to get away from it. The way Ivan threw lightning at it. I've never seen anything like that, and I have lived a long damn time. He must have wounded that thing 100 times before it stopped, then blasted open its side to save her. It was a pretty brave thing to do. He scared off as many clansmen as the serpent, or I can't tell if you like what he did or not. What's me liking it or not have to do with anything? He did what he did because he had to. You and me have been in the same situation before and would probably do something similar. We both look towards Juno and Ivan. With the little I've learned about spell weaving, I don't think that he's an ordinary mender. And a Valka being swallowed by a serpent and cut out with lightning. It sounds like one of Aelio's tales. How did she live through that? I don't know how any of us. He looks around. I guess not many of us did live through it, though. The silence that followed becomes an unavoidable presence. Let's take a stop to camp. And rest in our little tents away from danger. How like in this game, every place is stopped to camp, gets you a different picture with a different background and foregrounds and whatnot. By the way, yes, I did just sneeze. When Juno stands from the cart carrying her, clansmen recall old prayers or pull their children behind them. She takes in their frightened stares with grace, but beckons to Ivan to join her away from the caravan. The two Manders are given privacy, but out of fear more than respect, Ivor shakes his horned head. I'm not sure where all this is leading, but these clansmen, what's left of them, aren't doing so good. They'll be fine, we all will. I'll speak to the bigger families and try to calm them. Train more fighters, that should keep them distracted, or we won't get any answers until Juno is ready to talk. Let's speak to the big families. While you're doing that, Ivor says, I'll see what I can find out from the Manders. You find a few family leaders and do your best to assure them that things will calm down. Waterfalls, mashed downs, horseborn, giant snakes, one father says. They've got no clue what's coming. Others shout their agreements, but he calls for them to be quiet. Neither do any of us, and that's the truth, so stick to your banner. The other lose the fight in their eyes and nod. I guess. Oh, would you look at that? We're arriving in Fishkivik. That's not the...
There are signs of recent fighting all around Fishkivik. But it might provide a meeting ground for all who scattered when the serpent struck.
That's not where we were originally going. Days have passed since Ivan pulled Juno from the serpent. Though the Manders are mostly back to their normal selves, the clansmen continue to keep their distance. I'm worried about all the people we're missing. Scattering like that in the old wood, I feel guilty. You can't prepare for a giant serpent busting up your camp. But these people depend on me. I gave them my oath we would get to Arborane. Then keep going. From the moment you left Skoger, you knew everyone wouldn't make it, but the rest of you can. Besides, what else can you do? You will stay alive, and as long as you do, these people are going to follow you. You keep saying you instead of we. Are you trying to tell me something? The giant vowel sighs. Juno and Eyvind. They want me to join them. Well then. What? Join them where? I mean, what? Join them where? That was a very hoarse what I said that. Join them where? Question mark. They haven't filled me on most of the plans, but they said I'm needed and that we're leaving the caravan. Oh shit, just because I leveled you up to level 10, you fucker. Leaving all three of you. Absolutely not leaving all three of you, or I need to talk to them about this. I never had a mother, and the way you're acting, I don't think I'd want one. You sigh. No doubt, whatever they have planned will be dangerous, but sticking with you hasn't really been the safest route either. But we're almost to Arborane. And then what? The human capital full of Arl and fearing war from the dredge. You do what you have to do, but that's no place for me. Before I can respond, Juno and Ivan arrive. Her hollow appearance catches you off guard. Ivor told you of our plans. But he could. What's this all about? We are no longer good for the caravan. Our presence not only scares the clansmen, but puts them in real danger. Beyond that, the serpent's attack has clarified our need to move quickly, something we cannot do with all of you. But this caravan needs the three of you. I need you to help get these people to Arborane. That's not entirely true. We've been working on something Juno learned about at Godstone. At Gigi's Godstone. That's right, lend me your map. Confused, you hand your map to the Volca. She and Ivan hold it at corners while tracing patterns with spear and staff. The map glows faintly, and loose threads from other cloak and his tunic snake through the ancient material. The image pulses. It looks alive. Are they the ones who created the GPS? The invented guided... Oh, would you look at this? Wow. Whoa. God damn. Holy damn. So, let me guess. A gigantic hole, interspatial hole of sorts, showed up on the vast far north, as we kinda guessed already. That's when the dredge started marching south and attacking everything in their path, and we left, and we've been marching south ever since. So this is Sundr. For some reason this purple part of the map is completely warped around and it doesn't look as straight as this part down here. But would you look at that? A gigantic portion of the world has been swallowed by the evil purple, I guess. This sounds ominous as fuck, but it also, if I can say it, it looks awesome as shit. It looks very dope. Look at this. Look at Sundr there. All fucked up. Completely fucked up. Would you look at this? I can still read the lore for the okay part of the world. And if I'm zoomed in on the nice parts of the map, it's okay, but if I zoom in on the purple part of the map, there's this crackling sound in the back that plays. Man, this is so fucking awesome. But anyway, Zach, you say you gotta go now. Sure thing, Zach. Thank you so very much, once again, for joining us in this adventure of the Banner Saga. Also, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I have a little YouTube channel. I've been uploading my previous playthroughs through it. I'm uploading one video a day. So not everything I've streamed so far is there. Also because some videos they have been cropped into several small parts, so I'm gluing them together and uploading there. So that's so watching it's easier, although it's still in several hour-long streams just on YouTube, that so you guys can go and watch it on demand. There's no edits or anything, so it's just there. But you can go and rewatch the previous parts of the Banner Saga if you guys have if you guys want to catch the story from all the way from the beginning or not. I don't know. But anyway, I'll be seeing you later, Zach. Thank you so very much for showing up, and be careful with those knives of yours. Try not to cut yourself or your hands accidentally or not. And Tiger, you said not either. And oh no, the world's getting destroyed. I wouldn't say it's getting destroyed really, because I mean there's gigantic cracks here and there, which does make this seem like the world is getting destroyed in a way, but there's a lot of things that are still there. And if you see here, in the very edge, there seems to be these purple-ish mountains and whatnot. I wonder about this. So, what I mean to say is that I don't know if the world is actually being destroyed and, you know, totally, completely fucked up, or if the world is changing. It has been day forever because the sun has stopped moving, but I wonder if this is like they're moving things to another realm or whatever. I don't know, but it looks kind of like Okami when things go to the dark evil realm of the demons and whatnot. But anyway, we're here in Fiskevik. We were all the way up here, going through the Eastway Road, somewhere around Sundr, we decided to go down through the old wood. We stopped at Ettingibecker because there's these cracks that formed in the world. One of the cracks is formed in the old wood, so we couldn't cross. So I had to go south to Fiskevik. That's so then we can go up, pass through several other places before we finally reach Arborang. But Fiskevik, with Ongulstadir growing rapidly, many of the fishermen elected to move their business to the other side of the bay. It was both a success in that they found untapped potential here for fishing, and a failure in that within a couple of years it became just as overrun as the town they were trying to escape. So that's it. The gods may be dead, but a few of their secrets remain, says Juno. I've spoken about a darkness enshrouding the land, and now you bear witness to it on your map. The sky will soon reflect the truth shown here. Even the chasms opening across the land are displayed, but your path to Arborang is clear. Speed will be your ally now. With so few, you should be able to outpace whatever comes your way. Shouldn't the speed have changed? You consider what you say. I still don't understand why you need Ivor. There are so few of us because of you too! Exclamation mark. Or is this all I need? I still don't understand why you need Ivor. A one-armed Vavaro brings good luck. Yeah, sure. You shake your head but refuse to look at the Varl. Ivor's strength and resolve will be necessary for us in the days ahead. It's the same resolve you use daily, and you will have Hakon and the remaining Varl with you for strength. But Ivor's my friend. Ivor exhales loudly, like he's releasing a breath he has held in for ages. In all my years, you and your father are the only two I could call friends. I doubt that will change even if I live another century or two, and it sure won't change with distance. Understand? No words come to mind, so you simply nod. You and the rest of the caravan are needed in Arborang. Needed, quote unquote. When we will assault you there, will require every bit of your wits and strengths to survive. And even then, you will perish if we do not succeed. How will I know if you succeed? You will know, because you will still be alive. You must get to the capital. You must stay alive. No matter what occurs, hold out as long as you can. Hold on until the darkness breaks. Silence followed her words. You keep saying a darkness, but what is it? Juno stares at you. You're concerned about the darkness that starts to fade until Ivan touches his shoulder. The darkness is a mistake. A part of this world never meant for you, or us, or anyone alive today. Then why is it here? Because I... Evened, that's enough. Divalka looks at you, and for a moment her hard-eye expression cracks. We're trying to do what we have to. You notice her spear moving ever so slightly before your mind moves to other things. What can I expect in Arborang? I wish I could promise you nothing but safety, but Arborang will be the refuge for so many. Clans will vie for power the way they always do, even in the face of destruction. Remember, you are a Sundr Slayer. Your reputation will help you a great deal. That doesn't really put me at ease. Just use what you've learned on this journey to keep the others alive. You consider what you say, which is nothing, so I will prepare to leave. I should get the clan ready to head up to the coast and west to Arborang. If it were anyone else, I'd stick around to help, but there's no one alive better suited to take care of these folks. You look at the giant Varl who has been with you through so much. For 1.5 game. So we should see each other again then. In some form or other, I imagine. The two of you smile. Before I go, I think it's time you became alert again. Your hood might still serve you in a fight, but otherwise, pull it down. The people deserve to look their leader in the eye. Thank you, Ivor. You're probably right. Alette, I'm so proud of you. There's hidden paths. There are hidden patterns on your bow which will only become clear with practice. Take care. You as well, Ivan. Ivor and Ivan find a small fishing skiff. The once clear water of the Fiska Bay is turning green and foul as the Varl hauls the vessel towards the receding tide. I'm sorry for the hardship that has become your life. Though it probably means little to hear it from me, you've done great works in making it this far. Continue to push hard for the capital. With luck, my small force will face and defeat the darkness before it reaches you. I hope our efforts will not be in vain. And I hope luck is with you as well. Take care of Ivor. The Volca gives you a small smile before following the other two. You turn to the caravan. Everyone on your feet, we're pushing to Arborang. Bye, Ivor. You are no longer with us. I guess. Chapter 13. The feathers will burst. Whatever a feather is. F-E-T-T-E-R. Whatever that is, it will burst. But look on the other side though. We are now playing with what's his name? Bolverk. And the map has forever been updated. Away from the woodcutter camp where you found rest for the ravens, Volca joins you as you stare into the woods. But before we keep going, as I had been suspecting, it would seem that Juno, she tried to do something which I feel like she was studying like the old gods or whatever. She was studying the darkness and the serpent and these crazy shenanigans. And the Volca Council got hold of it and decided to punish Juno for, you know, tapping into the forbidden knowledge, and decided to murder her. I mean, execute her. And then they imprisoned Ivan, but Ivan escaped prison, and then he whisked away with Juno's body. Then he went all the way up to that other place where they were, in the tower. And up in the tower, he he commanded lightning to strike down and that lightning was, you know, Juno reviving. I think so. Ivan, he tapped into the forbidden knowledge that Juno was trying to learn. He tapped into that as well to revive Juno, and because of that, that's why they are being hunted by this giant snake and Shkadaver, because they are tapping into the forbidden knowledge. But now that I'm thinking about it, that happened before the dredge started showing up, so I guess the darkness was already coming. So I feel like it was something like, the darkness is coming, but everybody's like, fuck it. It's all the way up there in the north, what do we care about it? But only Juno and Ivan knew about it, and they were seeking ways of working through it. But they did something very bad. which calls them to be punished by the Volca Order. That is, assuming the Volca Order isn't in league with the darkness and they want to bring in the darkness. So who knows. But anyway, this whole Volca subplot going on here, it's really a gigantic mystery. I have no idea what's up with that. But anyway, Tiger said that feathers is chains or shackles, manacles. Shackles, manacles is a interesting word. But anyway, away from the woodcutter camp where you found rest for the ravens, Volca joins you as you stare into the woods. Don't tell me you're fine when you're not. You're still having those damn dreams. You growl, feeling less like talking than ever, but knowing the shoot maiden won't let it drop. I keep seeing Dredge in different ways. We're eating together then when they're gone. By the way, Ivor keeps having dreams about being a Dredge general, but not only that, he has had flashbacks of the tower and the lighting hitting the tower. So I wonder about that too. Once I was teaching them to fight and they respected me. It's not like me, but it feels like me. Volca watches you, listening closely. In the dreams I feel old, ancient, strong, but then the Dredge disappear and I feel... what? Sad. Like an emptiness. Loneliness. Well, I happen to know all about loneliness among company. When you don't laugh, she just shrugs it off. It's just strange that you're feeling kinship towards Dredge. Have you tried talking to that stone singer we picked up? That would just get the Fae Volca involved. Zephyr will get involved regardless. If the map's right, we'll hit Old Ford and be at the Volca Tower in Menahar soon. She'll have plenty to say there, and besides, who else knows anything about that? The darkness about to swallow us. Oh yeah, these other Volca, they just said her name. When she saw the body of the Belor, the Sundr we slayed, the immortal Sundr, she decided, okay, you're gonna take it to Menahar. That's so, the Volca Council can do stuff to it. Whereas Juno said, go to the deepest lake you can find and throw it in there. Leave it to the fishes. So there's that as well. Juno just wanted to dispose of it, whereas this other Volca here wants to, bring it back to the capital full of other Volca. So I don't know. Juno or whoever mentioned a darkness coming. She also said the Dredge would be running from the darkness too, but I don't see them. You hold up your hand, sensing something amiss. Volca and you both scan the trees. There. You point to an archer losing her arrow and dodge it, roaring a battle cry. Oh, would you look at that? Is it a thing? Every chapter with Bolverk has to start in battle. And I'm not super into this whole concept, And look at that, I can't move them. Give us your food and your weapons. Oh, it's Sepha again. They're trying to rob us. They won't live to learn their mistake, says Bolverk. Either it's Sepha again, or it's someone who looks an awful lot like her. Let's use the Call the Weak to fuck her up. And I get another turn, with which I use to move all the way here. Use Call the Weak again to fuck her up. And then move here to use Call the Weak in her. Oh, I can also kill all of these little spearmen. If I keep using Call the Weak. Not per rage. Come on. Careful, Bulwark. Call the Weak. Oh. Culling Frenzy. I got an achievement. Guess I wonder if I got an achievement because I'm doing this. Using my Call the Weak endlessly. I'll deal 7 damage to her. I just need 1 single use of the thing. And then I get another turn where I can go in here and back up this dude here. Holy shit. Okay, so if Bulwark is well positioned and is in a good situation, he can deal also very much damage to every single body. Like, dog damn. Deep dog damn. Aha! Little do you know, if I use the roar thing, Banner Saga, I guess. Not only does Bulwark counterattacks everybody who attacks him, but he also gets a bonus to he lowers people's armor. And just like that, Bulwark and Volca barely did anything. Kill 5 in 1 turn with Call the Weak. Oh, I got that achievement. Bulwark can quickly and easily dispatch anybody. Look at that. One of the archer's attackers is trying to hold together a wound across his stomach. He whimpers as you approach. Who sent you, you growl. We escaped. They left for Arborang, left us in Gaular, prisoners. No food, we were starving. You end his life quickly before returning to camp with Volca, because why not? And here we are, let's talk to people. Sigbjorn, what do you have to say for yourself? You found the Varl near an empty barrel, staring at the darkness. He would be drunk if there was more mad for him. What is it we're doing, Blood Axe? Says Sigbjorn. I mean, honestly, what is the plan rattling around in that head of yours? To get paid like always, I'm trying to keep us all alive, or to beat you senseless if you keep drinking all the mad. I'm trying to keep us all alive, I guess. And you don't find that strange, a Varl berserk playing den mother to a bunch of humans. You get in Sigbjorn's face with a deep growl. Maybe you outlived your welcome here. Save your show of strength for one of your pups here who might actually be intimidated. You grab the Warhawk by a horn and punch him in the gut. He doubles over, coughing. The red-headed Varl grunts, rearing up with a punch that catches you in the chin. While you recover, the ravens all gather around, some daring to cheer. Volca watches with interest. Well then, charge Sigbjorn with your head lowered, try to wrap him up and slam him into the ground, hurl a barrel at his head. Or a barrel. The barrel is a good weight in your hands and moves quickly through the air, shattering against Sigbjorn's face and spilling salted fish on the ground. Before he can recover, you lay into him with heavy hits, punching him in the face and stomach until he falls. The fallen giant spit out a tooth. Whatever point you were trying to make, you made it. You walk away from the cheering of the ravens, feeling good, although I lost 5 supplies. And the morale has improved. What about you, Fafnir? I mean Zephyr. Volka Zephyr is speaking quietly to Volka when you approach. Not forbidden, only rare for Volka to have children. So Nikos was like a son, who was not my child by birth. What did you do to him back in that cave? Some mother killing your cub to save her own fur. He's dead, no use talking about him. So what did you do to him back in that cave? I did the only thing I could do. The only thing we never want to do. The Volka's eyes fills with their tears. A forced escape in the pattern, which won't mean much to you. Suffice it to say that Menders usually repairs escapes or mistakes in the woven fabric of our world. They cover powerful exposed threads until all is right and the pattern is whole. I did just the opposite. You stare at her blankly. By skipping Nichols, I exposed the thread and used that power to end Eyeless's attack. And that cost Nichols his life. Yes, but it is a sacrifice every mender is prepared to make, should it be necessary. How do I know you won't try to skip me when you get to Menahar? Because I can't. It is a conscious choice a mender is told how to make. Silence spans a few moments. A brave kid, then. The ravens will remember him in a battle chant, says Bolvar. I'm sure he would have liked that. Was there anything else you wanted to discuss? Any idea why Galar would abandon its prisoners? I've been out of contact with the council since I departed for Bindal, but it can't be good. If the prisoners were telling the truth about everyone fleeing to Arborang, King Magnolf will have a serious problem to handle. I wonder if that girl, Alat, knows what she's headed for. Now I know. They're not our concern. Enough talking though, let's get moving. Agreed. We need to get this car to Menahar soon, and we're not far now. I mean, we are. Actually, no. If I am not mistaken, as it happens, Bolverk is closer to Menahar than Alat. Because she is a life of hardships. So look at this. we were together up until Bolsgard. Then he took the path up to Bindal, then he crossed the mountains from underneath them, and now there he is. Extremely close to Menahar. Whatever it is. So we just follow this road, past the old fort bridge, get up there, and Menahar it is. By the way, what is Galar? The humble appearance of Galar, a smallish town of woodsmen along the fingernail, hides the fact that it exists as a town for prisoners who have been exiled from the capital of Arborang, forced into servitude where they are either made to harvest lumber or sent to break stones in Bruntal. Sure. And this is Bruntal. Built near a natural spring at the foot of the Wormscale Mountains, the town was founded by a merry chieftain so frequently drunk that the original name Brundal soon became cruel mockery of his slurs. Eventually, Bruntal managed to stick. But anyway, we left from Bosgard, we went up to Bindal, then we crossed the mountains, and here we are. Whereas Alet, she went down through the Eastway Road, and she kept coming when she approached Lunder, and then she had to double down through Ettingbecker and then to Fishkvik, and now she's going back up again. So it's just doing a long detour for no apparent reason. And I like this that now the map has been upgraded for both characters. It's easier to see how much of the world we have lost. And what is interesting is that what's her face? Juno, Ivan, and Ivor, they set out in a boat dog knows where to, so I wonder if this is all of the world or if the rest of the world is never ever gonna be important to the rest of the plot. I don't know, but anyway. Let's go to Banner. We are rested, we have enough supplies, we are cheerful. There's a market here of all things. Never expected there to be a market. But I can use my renown to upgrade some heroes. So I'm guessing I'm gonna go and upgrade Bulwark. Promote him, rather. By giving you more armor. But also more break. 3 break is good, but maybe 4 break. No, break and exertion, so you have that attribute filled up to the brim. Now you're a rank 8 berserker. Look at that. And look at this, we actually doubled an artifact because of how hard the game bugged. How weird. Anyway. We're good to go, let's leave. These woodcutters were no slouches in a fight with those prisoners, Spare says, coughing. I've sent weaker men in Warden, and I think this group realizes their idea of staying here is a pretty bad one. Want me to recruit them? More fighters are always good, but what's the downside? Same as it's always been, the old wanderer says. They eat like blasted trolls but can't find food to save their lives. Our supplies will go quicker. We'll risk it. Recruit them. So currently we have 22 days worth of supplies. If we recruit them, we will have... I've got a suspicion you actually like humans more than any other Varro alive, Spar says, chuckling until he starts coughing and wheezing for air. So our supplies are still worth 21, 22-ish days. A large group of the clansmen from Bindle have stopped, gasps and whispers among them. What's the problem now, you ask, breaking into their circle and finding a couple protectively holding a bundled baby. It's a curse, an omen, an old man says. The child has been replaced, changed, never seen anything like it. You wouldn't know a thing about this, Val, but they do. He points at the couple and others nod, a few women holding their children tighter. Maybe the darkness did it. Maybe they have a dark secret. It's a sad, hard thing to accept. But either the babe dies, or we'll all suffer fiercely. Then kill it, or I will. I'm not taking any chances. Show me the kid. Fine nonsense. Get moving, or I'll make you suffer. Or show me the kid. Why not? The father hesitates before pulling the swaddling open. Your experiences with human children is minimal, but this looks like just any other baby. Look at the head, someone shouts. You lean down and see feathers. Over the ears, small tufts of pale down feathers, the kind you remember seeing on the neck and under the wings of Arings. So it's a human baby with feathers. What do you know? If it's an omen, it's a good one. No one harms the child, or you humans do what you want, but we're not stopping. I mean, sure, the world is gonna end anyway, so no one harms the child. The mother starts weeping and thanking you. Little core, Rooker, you mumble on the father's smile. That's what I call him, he says. Maybe the gods aren't. You walk off before I can finish. Morale has improved, for some reason. Clansmen forage food. Which I just realized, we have a shitload of clansmen, look at that. If I'm not mistaken, I have 410 clansmen what they forage of food is normally you take down the last number, so 41, and then you have it. So it's half of 41 is 20.5, rounded up to 21. But that's how much supplies you can scrounge. And Oni, you say bleh. What's up, Oni? What is up with you? The fighters at the front of the company begin hacking away at dense underbrush. We'll be here all day if the rest of you don't grab your axes and start chopping. One of them growls before wincing at a pain in his hand. As he says, everyone grab an axe. Your hand going lame on you, or forget this path, we'll find another way. Everyone grab an axe. You berate and threaten anyone not chopping through the dense foliage. The fibrous vine and sticky leaves soon fill the air. Everyone is covered in plant matter, everyone but Oli, who is standing at a distance throwing axes at the vine ineffectively. Ah! Focus's cry of agony is uncommon enough to draw your attention. Others start cringing and yelping too. Knock it, Before you can finish shouting, a burning, stinging pain tears through your arms and eyes and nose. I think the plant is poison, Oli says before taking another drink. He feels around in his pouch and holds out some brown, wet leaves. Here, these are count. Discounters. These make poison go away. The pain ripples through you again, making you want to vomit. So let's grab the leaves and eat them. You shove the leaves in your mouth, swallowing quickly. How long it takes to work, you ask. I don't know, because you just rub them on your skin. He hands out leaves to everyone else. A little does a lot, you hear him say. Soon the pain passes, but the entire caravan needs rest. Huh. And we have normal morale now. Well, we need to camp before a day goes by, or else we'll risk going to battle with weak morale. But what's up, Oni? Why are you blurring? What's up with you? Oh, look at that! I paused just before the event. So, what's up with this place now?
I always respected Big Ladder the Builder, but if he made those caves we went through, well, I'd have killed him myself.
Is this a godstone? Because it looks nothing like stone, it looks like bricks? Layered bricks, I guess? Your knave watches your step around these cairns, Spar says, hacking. Many a foolish pilgrim have given their life at the base of this frozen cliff, and don't try working one of these stones free either, or you'll bring the whole damn thing down on us. He glares at Oli, who pulls his hand away from a stone quickly. The pieces of Big Ladder's godstone put together without mortar or daub represent the mastery of the god's own skill. In life he traveled the land, laying the world's cavernous foundation and raising mountains. He was ever regarded by the other gods with a wary respect, for one who knows how to put things together will also know how to take them apart. The sound of sneakering draws your attention, and you see some kids grabbing stone from other cairns to build a new one of their own. Shout for them to knock it off, knock theirs over and run them off, or grab a stone and toss it to them to add. Let's shout them for them to knock it off. Go on, you yell. The kids flee instantly, slipping on the ice, but making it back to the others safely. Spar chuckles. How do you think all these other piles were made? He places a stone on another cairn as you start to walk away. An uneasy feeling washes over you, and you scan the ravens, clansmen and bellowers scarred for any threat. Blood axe, Spar says in a tone stripped of all humor. My eyes are too old to trust what I'm seeing down there. You follow his gaze and growl. On the distant fields below is a mass of dredge too numerous to count. Waves of them are pouring over hills. Though they don't move like an attacking force. There's a banner among them, Folka says near you. But I can't make out the crest. You wave off her comment and roar a command. Move! So we went through Bigler. We got some renown for discovering this godstone, but we didn't get an artifact. Every godstone normally gives us an artifact if we do the right motions, but we didn't do this time. And Oni, you say you feel disgusted by yourself. What did you do? What happened with you, Oni? Wow, that is a very vertical movement. Dredge are pouring over this hill like ants, says Folka. Several ravens report a large hole in the ground nearby. There's strange marks all around it, one says. Some look fresh, others look like they've been there as long as the mountains. Spars looks up. This hole has smooth sides. About as deep as a barrel, he asks. The man nods and Spar grunts. What's in the hole? We couldn't tell, a scout says. No trees around, just a deep hole in the ground about 4 yards length across. My arms were like chicken skin just looking at it. Let's have a look, you craven. Or forget it, not interested in any more surprises. Let's have a look. No sooner has the word left your mouth than you see Folka look at you. Were you trying to be funny, craven and raven? Ignore her and head for the hole. It is as described, big, deep, surrounded by scrolling in the surrounding rocks and disturbing. Toss the scouting to see what he finds. Let's move on, no more surprises or someone getting there now. Oh man. I guess let's move on. Everyone looks relieved to be moving away from the strange depression in the ground, which we'll never know what it truly was. The company comes up a small village, the people still hard at work with only an occasional glance skyward to the approaching darkness. Folka sees a man chopping wood that she learned to do a lifetime ago. These people don't know what's coming. They'll figure it out soon enough, you say and turn to the rest of the caravan. We get what we need from this place and rest if necessary. The next few days will be the hardest and the last some of you will ever see. Folka gives you a look and you snort. So is this the final part of the map of the whole marching? As you instruct a man to check the cart wheels and yoke straps, you hear someone say, hello again. You turn quickly and see the man Deitch, quiet as always, but wisely out of your immediate axe reach. What do you want? You ask. Oh, it's just that I was scouting around this place, you know, Deitch says, and I went up on a hill to watch the dredge. The banner we saw, it's from Einertoft. Einertoft, you grimace as the town name floods your mind with images. A giant bridge, hundreds of Arl, ivory in your way, your anger focus just beyond him. Einertoft was sacked, the old war leader Krummer says. You'd better be sure Scrap stinks about what you say, human. Deitch nods quickly. Then I'm going after them, Krummer says. It's not a request. Join the old Varl, though it could be suicide. Or let the old Varl kill himself if he wants, but he'll die alone. Oh man. Let's join him, I guess. Let's see what it is. Stick with him, you growl to the few fighters you allow to join. If he's still as lucky as he claims, we'll grab the others and get back in one piece. Also, hello there, Leo. Hail to you. Oh man, it is a battle. God fucking damn it. Okay, Sigbjorn getting there. Also, who else? Godmother. Only you are a ranged-ish attacker, so you're useful. But also Zephyr, I'm guessing. Zephyr, you come first. Then Sigbjorn, sure, then Godmother, then Krummer, and lastly, Oli. And that should do it. What does this do? One strength resist. Can I put... oh, wow, shit. I can put it on another person. And we are ready for battle. Let's see how this goes. And Leo, you say that capped muzzle. Doug, you want it. What do you mean? What do you mean, Leo? And Oni says, dog damn it. What's wrong, Oni? Oh, would you look at that? It's the... There's some Varls from Einer Toft. I do remember this guy. I have no idea what his name is, but the figure is not too different. And there's a shitload of dredge around and nearby. And look at this, a dredge force just dying to get their hands on us. Oh, god damn it, it's gonna be fun. Look at it. Back. Anyway, let's get started. Bolverk, what can you do with your life? You can kill the weak, or you can use your bear rage. Both are interesting things you could do. So get in there, get really in there, and use your bear rage to lower people's armor. And they move away a little bit. God damn it. Don't hurt Krummer. Okay, you use your running gale. Splosh around a few. Who's gonna have the next move? You. Okay, you're the next turn, so there's no danger of problematic things. Ooh, Zephyr. Throw in your running gale there. Luckily, Sigbjorn will pass through a few of those. Increase armor break. So Sigbjorn, you can get the attack, then the armor break, and then you come all the way over there. So now you're super overpowered, and theoretically you can deal a shitload of damage, especially to his armor or to his strength. I'm afraid, however, that these buffs will only last for a single turn until focuses Zephyr's turn again. Who are you? By the way, I did not put Folka in here. Why did I not put her in here? How weird. Anyway, Godmother, time to deal some damage. Oh, you and your exploded. What in the world? Skulker egg hatches if not destroyed. How delicious. Delicious. And Tiger asks, is that Mogre? I could not say. I don't think so, because Mogre has gray hair. So I don't think it is Mogre. By the way, what can you do? You can forge ahead. Sigbjorn's turn again. So his turn is next turn. Hopefully he will still have his buffs. What are you doing? Oh, you... On the bright side though, now it's Sigbjorn's turn, he can use his Spin Twin attack and hit up to 3 of these egg hatches in a single strike. Yeah, maybe that's the best thing to do. But you did lose your buff, so yeah, that sucks. By the way, how much? Okay, they have 14. They have 7 life, but they take 14 damage because they have no armor. As it happens. So this is good. There you go, you fucker. Ow. Oh, lovely. I used the bear rage. That helps. Only you can go in here and throw an axe on that from very far away. Oh no. Poor Bulwark. You're almost down already. God damn it. Use your bear rage again, make them run away. What are you doing? Oh, you? Okay, Zephyr, what can you do? Well, it would be interesting if you could, you know, fuck this guy up. Like, really badly. Nah. Using the Runic Gale is too risky, I'm afraid. And only you will lurk for the GBP, then do your usual Viking shenanigans. What Viking shenanigans are you talking about, only? But look at the bright side, he's not doing his spike thing anymore. This battlefield is so cluttered now. God damn it. Wow, dude. Krummer. Whose turn is next? That guy all the way back there. No more armor for you. Oh, come on. My little frienderinos are dying. This is awful. Only he can throw axes at that guy and hurt him. Really bad, but you also can relocate yourself to more effectively throw axes on other people. Go for that. God damn it. God fucking damn it. Over, you're up. You only have 1 strength point, so you can do nothing with that. You're practically useless at this point. So all what you can do Just move there and use your bear rage to make sure that everybody will run away and will have less armor. So who's this? Godmunder. Godmunder. Kramer, it's you once again. Time to down this guy and then I don't know what else you can do with your life. No, not you, you motherfucker. Okay, RIP Sigbjorn. Oh, come on, not those. Well, only what can you do with your life? You can go all the way down here and throw your axes at this little jolly fellow there. For whatever reason they were ignoring you thus far, they're not anymore. A bulwark, you can try and hit those eggs for 1 damage. You best waste your efforts deflecting some armor. Oh, RP only. Oh man. I'm not sure we're gonna make it. I don't think we might make it in the end. Ouch. RIP. God damn it. Especially because this guy has like 25 strength, he can literally one hit kill anybody at this point. Oh shit. And you chew on top of it all, inflicting diseases on all the people. In the meantime, all you can do is keep mending everybody's armor. Not for a whole lot of points though. Because that will, in a way, force them to ignore their turns. God damn it, look at this. Everybody's useless, they can't do anything until they break off their armor. Down to some ridiculous values. Okay, alright, peep over. So the only way this can work out now is if you use the Runic Gale. Here-ish. When some really potent buffs show up. Oh, lovely. Oh, it's spillage time, but for them. So fuck me, am I right? God damn it. Okay, what's your face? Kill at least one of them. By the way, just so you know, it's impossible to go back from a pillage, especially if you have a weak character, such as her. Look at her doing 1 damage per turn. Well, lost. Defeat, but your enemies will not soon forget this day. Well, that happened. However, this game has one good particularity, that is, you don't lose the game when you lose a battle. Whatever event you were trying to resolve, it just fails. So it's as if I decided to do an event and it's like, if you win the battle you succeed, but if you lose the battle you fail the event and you have some bad consequences going on. And I imagine that is we'll get to lose one of these characters permanently. I don't know. And Oni says you can't do your Viking shenanigans. You reached your limit on obtaining free bits. Oh no. Is there a limit? Dog damn, that's awful. And Tiger says, oh no. Oh, we died. We died indeed. Leo said died, oh. Yes, we did. I guess I didn't have the best of tactics. Also, Zephyr is completely useless. I'm never taking her to a battle again. Your head throbs as you spit blood on the snow, finding it hard to focus. You see Dredge turn away from you, attacking something else and dying. Suddenly, a mangled Varl stands over you and helps you up. You're not certain, but it sounds like he compares you to a growth on a Yox's ass. Once back in the village, the deep tones of the scared Varl utter curses you've never heard before. Then he sees you. You, the fang leader of these pathetic humans, the shield banger asks you. These humans are ravens, you say. And I'm Bolverk. Who are you and why do you look like you were spit out of a cold bear? The Varl stares at you and then cracks what might be a smile beneath all the facial wounds. Fazolt, former commander of what was left at Einertoft, he says. You might recognize this one beside me. You glance at the Varl, one with barely any horns or beard. Kvig, you ask. What in the depths? Kvig is the youngest Varl, the last one made. We're all that's left of those who fled Grufenheim and stood against Belor at Einertoft, Fazolt says. Kvig, run and get us some damn drinks and some meat. Bolverk and I need to talk. So it was Fazolt. That's the Varl who was abandoned. I mean, he wasn't abandoned. He decided to stay back in Einertoft when Rook said fuck this place and decided to leave. Look at that. Fazolt is still alive, although holy shit, he's looking awful. His horn is broken. He has a lot of burn scars on his cheek and scalp. His clothes are tattered. He's looking awful. But he's looking alive, at least. I always figured the ravens were a myth. Varl always being around so many humans doesn't make any sense. I need fighters, and there's a lot more humans to choose from these days. The scowl leaves Fazolt's face for the first time, a distant look in his eyes. I'm alive by luck alone. No skill with a weapon or desire to kill could have seen me through that. Einertoft was a massacre. Fazolt grows quiet. What happened back there? More death than I have seen in all my centuries combined. Belor led an incredible force against us with such precision. He moved his hordes of fighters around like his own arms and legs. And if we fine cut one off, he just grew another. Why do you feel proud? Why didn't more of you flee? Jorundir, he decided to make a stand. Oh yeah, the leader of that Varl city. I was left for dead, woke up to an actual raven specking my face. Damn near got my eyes. Fazolt grows quiet. How did you make it through the fields of Dredge? The stuff behind us, fine easy. those aren't all dredge warriors. They might all be armed, but they're mostly families. Most won't bother you if you leave them alone. Since when have dredge ever left us alone? They'll still kill you if you stick your ass on the ground for too long, but I'm telling you what I have fine seeing. Most of these stone bastards seem to be running scared. Most. Seems to be a number of them hunting something or someone, though. Fazalt grows quiet. Oh, would you look at that? Our neighbors have dogs now. Stick with us and you can get some revenge. What makes you think I'm interested in anything like that? He holds your stare for a moment before laughing an unexpected, cruel laugh. The truth is, I could kill 100 of these legs a day and not be fulfilled. There's more dredge than rats, and after Gruffenheim and Arnetoft, we, Devarl, are done. Fazalt grows quiet again. The Battle of Borsgard was a bloodbath too. Oh, what happened? The Ravens were calling to keep people from rioting. Trying to get these people to leave was useless. Then Balor showed up with an army. A human took him down. A human? The mortal Balor is dead. His question mark makes you tense, though you're unclear why. Wait, which human? A hunter named Rook shot the Sundr with some sort of Vulcan arrow. The Varl demeanor changes. He's growling. Is Rook still alive? No. Balor killed him before falling. His daughter is leading their group to Arborang now. Why? Because I've come all this way with a faint message for her father from our former king. But she'll do. Fazalt's eyes, accessed by the torn skin, looks deadly. If you're heading west, I'll stay with you to the old ford. I have more questions, but decide to leave the Varl to his brooding thoughts. I think Fazalt and the other Varl there are very, very, very mad that we decided to blow up the bridge. So they wanna... So I'm feeling like they wanna come to us and be like, you fuckers, you blow up the bridge. And that didn't hold back the dredge as you said it would have. Because they still went and destroyed Arnetoft. So we're here to deliver you a deadly stab to the chest from behind. I guess. But we need rest because we were beating extremely hard in this last battle. Also, let's buy a few more supplies. Because we've been doing a whole lot of resting. But for some reason, Fazalt seems intent on delivering a message to Rook or Alet from the previous king, Jorundir. So we'll march together until we reach the old fort. Then he'll go down to Arborang and we'll go up to Menahar. A couple of scouts rush into town as you prepare to leave. They're closer than we thought, one shouts. It's like the dredge don't need sleep. The fear in the man's voice courses through the fighters and clansmen. In 2 steps you near him, backhanding him to the ground. You turn and face the caravan. Men try to act strong for their families while the yaks bleat nervously. Speed and luck are your only hopes to outpace the dredge and make it to Menahar. We won't be stopping for anything, you shout. Rest included. This is what we call death march. But what if we are attacked? The Valka asks. The wounded will need rest. You shake your head. We will be attacked, you say. The wounded die or make it to Menahar. That's as simple as it gets. But her words make you consider your caravan. Move out and leave the fighting to those who know how. The caravan responds to the command without complaint. You even see a few smiling at you as if you've done something good by just getting them moving, stupid humans. Because my other option was something like, well, if you cannot fight, you stay behind. From over a hill, Dredge emerged, armed. Let me and a few others handle this lot, Spar says before coughing violently. Keep going. We know where to find you, and we all know the danger we're in, so don't go getting soft and sentimental on me. Do what you can, old man. Send a dozen fighters to keep the dredge at bay. Charge the dredge. Keep the caravan together, fending off attack where you can. Our Fazal said they might not care to fight. Keep moving. Oh yeah, let's keep moving. Nervously, the caravan moves. Dredge cautiously watch you and the humans walk by, but they do not engage. When you are well past the group, everyone around you starts cheering and telling their version of what just happened. I got renown. Look at that. I guess they gave me renown because many of the choices were something like, you could have fought that battle. If you did fight the battle, you would have killed a lot of dredge and you would have gotten renown. You didn't get as many, but still get some, like a pity reward, I guess. There's too many of them, Bolver, Volka yells. And too far to go. You've got to stop for a rest. She's doubled over. Your own sides burn as you gulp air. The rest of the caravan is no better. A deep vibration fills the air, unsettling you. It's coming from within your ranks. The Stone Singer. Volker shouts, shut him up. What's it doing, Volker? Zephyr heads astern, trying to make out the complicated sounds. I can't be certain. Something about our location, but there's more. He's begging. But for peace or to be saved, I don't know. You can silence the Stone Singer and let his song play out. Let's leave him to sing. The humming vibration continues. More dredge appear. The Stone Singer's sounds feels more intense, more desperate. You growl a warning. Some of the dredge stay back, but others advance. So I guess it's a battle. And look at that, we can fight with Fazalt now. The character curses and spits at his enemy, forcing that character to attack him on his next turn. With his high armor, he often takes little or no damage from the assault. While Malice can be difficult ability to learn, it's devastating in the right circumstances. Negate a strong enemy for a turn, pull an enemy forward on the board, or lock a character in place to set them up from future damage. And whenever someone attacks Fazalt, they lose 1 point of armor. So, obviously, let's put point in the armor, am I right? And also in strength, because that's good. Break and exertion, and the last point goes to strength, might as well. Or not. Let's see what we can do here. There's chance to resist armor damage and chance to recover armor per turn. That sounds delicious, let's go with that. But anyway, it's a battle and we have to fight. Zephyr, you're out. Fazalt, you're in. So Bolverk, Sigbjorn, Gudmundur, Krummer, Oli, and Fazalt. I'm not feeling Gudmundur. He did a lot of good in his previous battle, but I feel like Volka would have a little bit more use in there. Okay, so Bolverk, Volka, Sigbjorn, Oli, Krummer, Fazalt. That's my lineup. Let's go. Face some dredge. And this game is so dog-damned complicated. Hold this Fang dredge back while the caravan gets clear. It's extremely because you don't ever know which character is gonna are gonna be are gonna die because of story reasons or decisions you randomly make. Because of that, because it's impossible to predict which characters you will or will not lose, I'm afraid of leveling them up. Because I do remember in my previous game I always leveled up a character and then I lost them, and then I kept leveling them up another one and I lost him. Same happened here now with Ivor. He was the only character I got to level 10, and what he does right after I do that, he abandons the caravan. And Chandler says, Re to you too, Chandler, welcome to the stream. And the new subscription badge. Oh yes, you get the delicious subwoofer badge. Yours is blue because you're a delicious 6 months subwoofer, or maybe 7, I don't know. But the next badge is at 1 year, or rather 12 months of subwoofing. You will get a new delicious shiny badge to show around for friends and people. So I feel like this doggo here is dangerous. Let's kill him. The Skulker can move through allies. Skulker becomes invisible and starts a target, and Skulker appears and attacks, signaling his pack's mate to attack the same target. So it's the same thing as before, except that this one is is very big. And this guy here, he can spawn Skulker eggs. But that sucks. I don't want you to be alive any longer. I actually want to attack the both of you. And it worked out. Well, R.I.P. God fucking damn it. Holly didn't even get a turn. Well, sure, I guess. But anyway, how are you doing today, Chandler? Hopefully you're doing good. Yep. Oh, camera. Oh. Oh, would you look at fucking that? We have the song stripped armor from the dredge. But also gave them more strength, even more strength. So there's a reinforcement that randomly shows up. So you know, this game is starting to get a little unfair with this enemy reinforcement showing up randomly. It is already kind of hard. It is already kind of hard to judge. Who is gonna do what and when? But no matter what, I already start the battle knowing I will be facing these few enemies here and there. Oh. I hit the friend. Should have moved before doing that. But sure, why not? I don't even think you're a target, you're just seeing in there, so what the fuck can I do? Oh, Crummer, you took a lot of damage there. Look at that, Sigbjorn, at least you can do your spin twin, so do that. And Chandler, you say, how fun. Leo said, and one is still dead, yeah. God damn it, Ollie. And Chandler, you're good, man, just tired of being tired and busy. Oh yeah. Being tired and being busy are not normal, not things that normally are fun. But other than that, I hope you're at least having some deliciously fun times with friends. Where and when you can. A Bulwark, you can't do anything in this turn because you're too far away. But just as a precaution, you do that. Folka, you can do 6 damage to him, but that's about it. You didn't even interrupt his attack. Spin Twin! Alright, Fazald, it's your turn. Oh man, I remember in the first game the amount of collateral damage that Bolverk deals to his allies is ludicrous at best. But anyway, I do remember in the first game shouting orders to Fazald like do this, do that, and yada yada. So he was a member of the caravan. I think Rook's caravan or Hakon's caravan for the longest time. Victory! Although Oli has been injured. I wonder why. And Krummer has been injured as well. But other than that, everybody's doing a-okay. We got 10 renown. Lovely. It's time to keep marching. It took a little detour, but nothing. The Stone Singer falls to the ground, drained of the ability to even stand. Zephyr stops you from approaching him. He was calling to the others to leave this place, she says. They paid him no heed, so he did what he could to help us. It cost him. He's as frail as a child now. Oh, so that one Stone Singer that showed up was him. He lowered their armor. You snort and signal for everyone to keep moving. Zephyr and a few others place the Stone Singer back in the cart. Oh, I see. And Tiger says Hakon's caravan, you think? I don't know. Because I don't remember Hakon being on Einertoft. I think that he was with Rook, actually. But I don't know. Anyway, the caravan is tiring, but so far still marching. Ahead, Dredge are climbing out of a crevice. Again. Enough of being chased by these fanged stone lovers. The man takes off towards the crevice on his own. The man named Echo. Send a dozen fighters with him. Or follow his charge, or attempt to skirt the dredge. Okay, fighters, you go. The fighters follow Echo as the caravan continues moving, no one stopping to even look over their shoulders. Okay, bye Echo and trail fighters. The ravens are making good time despite growing tired. Through this pass, you say. And keep your heads down. Suddenly snow and rocks roar down a hill in front of you. That's no coincidence, you say. And turn to find Dredge pressing in from behind. So this is a string of battles that I'm being forced to fight. So Godmundir, you will replace Oli because Oli has been injured. No surprise there. And someone should theoretically replace Krummer, but I only have shit characters here. And on top of it all, Echo isn't even here with us anymore. And Sam, you say you're bark, and something amazing happened. A bully tried to corner me so that he could get answers, quote unquote. But he took me to where a teacher was, and since he's known for bullying people around, the teacher recognized him when he was being taken away. He was like, "Bitch, haha, take that." Oh, you. Oh, Sam. You silly boo. But at least I'm glad nothing bad happened to you. Really, you need to find a way to deal with these bullies. The bullying incident keeps happening to you way too often. More than should be normal in a in a school environment. So back you're a slaughterer and you can quote-unquote range attack, and you have some interesting abilities. So I kinda wanna replace Krummer with you, but Krummer, he can deal 4 armor damage. So Krummer, I know you're injured, but hold on there. Hold on tight. And Tiger says follow him, I didn't. So now Ekyo isn't in our group anymore. And as it happens, we have to clear those rocks behind us. I can't move my units because the game bugged. It happens. And not being able to move units is incredibly disadvantageous to whatever sort of strategy I have been trying to come up with. But at least they're very weak units. The worst unit is this Stone Singer. So I have to be ready for that one instead. Clear the rocks now. Wait, what does that mean? Oh, part of my team has to go and attack the rocks. Are you fucking effing with me? Oh, apparently not. So, Bulwark, you get in there and you start hacking at this guy. Let's see what these other champs can do about that. If we don't clear this Fang Eyes, the caravan can't get through. Folka, you would do good to go there and help them with that. Whereas Sigbjorn, you have this pinch wind, so you stay behind and do that. Whereas Folka, she will do Folka things. Dig, there's an endless sea of dredge coming at us. Is there? Where are those? Oh, that's the caravan. Well, theoretically there seems to be dredge after us, so let's get you clearing the ice. Sigbjorn, you're up. And Godmother, you could be helpful over there doing other things, but sure, stay behind here and help clear some of these rocks as well. Who's that? Krummer? Krummer, you don't have this pinch wing, so what I'm gonna go and have you do is get in there and smash this boy. Smash him in the butt. Result. Same thing with you. Now Bulwark, you kill this one and then deal however much true damage to that one. Because that's how Bulwark works. What are you doing? Don't do your weird, crazy shenanigans. Sigbjorn, once again, do your pinch wind attack. No, we don't want to attack our friend Godmother. Just want to clear ice. Godmother though, he's a champ. Look at him. you fucker. But anyway, Sam, you say you're feeling so fine now. How's the stream? The stream is going fine so far. I mean, this game is... What happened to Bover? Why can't he use exertion?